You are not wasting your life in some dramatic, obvious way. That would be easy to catch. You are wasting it quietly, in ordinary days that feel fine while they slip through your hands. A scroll here, a someday there, a year that somehow became 5. No single day feels wasted. That is exactly how a whole life gets away from a man. Seneca wrote the most brutal sentence ever written about time, and it is about you. By the end of this video, you will feel time differently for the rest of your life. There are 7 hard truths that wake a man up before it is too late. The 6th one is the one that actually makes a man move. But first, you have to see the quiet theft that is already happening. Here is the sentence Seneca wrote that should stop every man cold. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. You are not short on time. You are careless with it. You guard your money, your things, your space, and you give your hours away for free. A man will fight over a small sum, then lose an entire evening to nothing and feel nothing. Because time does not feel like it is being stolen. It feels like there is always more. And that quiet belief that there is always more is the most expensive lie a man ever tells himself. The clock does not send a warning. It just keeps a total. The first truth. You are living as if you will never run out. Every someday, every later, every next year is a bet that the time will be there. And you make that bet 100 times without ever checking the odds. The Stoics kept death in view, not to be morbid, but to be awake. Memento mori. Remember that you will die. It is the most clarifying thought a man can hold. Not one of us knows the number, and that is exactly why we act like it is endless. Hold the truth that your days are counted, and suddenly you stop wasting the ones you have. A man who remembers he will die stops wasting his life on things that do not matter. The second truth. You have confused being busy with being alive. A man can fill every hour and still waste his entire life. The inbox, the errands, the endless small tasks that feel like progress and lead nowhere. Seneca said that being busy is not the same as living well. And most men are very busy at nothing. Motion is not direction. You can run hard your whole life in a circle. So the Stoic asks a harder question than am I busy? He asks, busy with what and toward what? Strip away the noise and see how little of your day actually moves your life forward. A full calendar is not a full life. Often it is the opposite. The third truth. You keep postponing the real living to some future that never arrives. When the job is better, when the money is there, when things settle down. But things never settle down. That was never how any life worked. The Stoics warned that while we wait to live, life passes. The person who postpones living waits at the riverbank for the water to run out, and it never does. So you stop waiting for the perfect conditions that are not coming. You begin the real life now, in the imperfect middle of everything, or you never begin it at all. The right time to start living deliberately was years ago. The second best time is today. The fourth truth. Where your attention goes, your life goes with it. Your life is not made of years. It is made of moments of attention, one after another. And you are handing thousands of those moments to things you will not remember by tomorrow. Give your attention to a screen, and you have given a piece of your one life to a screen. The Stoics guarded the mind like a gate, because they knew it was the whole estate. So the real question is not how you spend your money. It is how you spend your attention. Waste your attention, and you have wasted the only material a life is ever built from. Guard it like the finite, non-refundable thing it actually is. If this is landing, let me say one thing directly. If you are done letting the quiet years slip past you, subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it is how this reaches the men who need it. Then come back, because the next truth is the one that finally makes a man move. Now here is the truth that should light a fire under every man watching. The fifth truth. Picture yourself, old, looking back at this exact stretch of your life. That older man is watching you right now, through your own eyes, and he is begging you not to waste the years he would give anything to have back. The Stoics used this deliberately. They lived as if being observed by their better, older self. Every wasted day is a small theft from that man, and he cannot ever get it back. So before you throw an evening away, ask what he would think of the choice. Live in a way that the old man looking back would be proud and not quietly heartbroken. The sixth truth. The thing stealing your life does not look like a thief. It looks like comfort. It looks like a perfectly reasonable, easy, pleasant day. No one wastes their life on hardship. They waste it on comfort that asks nothing of them. The Stoics chose difficulty on purpose because they knew comfort quietly rots a man. Every time you take the easy path by default, you trade a piece of your potential for a nap. It never feels like a loss in the moment. That is precisely why it is so dangerous. So you learn to distrust the easy default and to choose the harder, realer thing. A life of chosen difficulty is a life. A life of endless comfort is just a long wait. The seventh truth. You will not fix this with one dramatic change. Men wait for the big moment, the clean slate, the Monday that changes everything. But a life is not built from big moments. It is built from ordinary days, stacked. The Stoics knew that how you spend your day is, in the end, how you spend your life. So you do not need to overturn everything. You need to reclaim this one day, and then the next. Win today deliberately, and you have cast one vote for the man you are becoming. String enough reclaimed days together, and you look up to find a life you did not waste. It was never going to be one grand rescue. It was always going to be ordinary days, chosen well. Here is what nobody tells you about wasting a life quietly. There is no alarm. No one taps you on the shoulder to say the years are running low. It simply continues comfortably until one day the total is spent and cannot be refunded. The saddest words a man can say are not, "I tried and failed." They are, "I never really started." A life well spent is not something that happens to you. It is something you choose, one ordinary day at a time. So remember the seven. Stop acting immortal. Do not mistake busy for alive. Stop postponing. Guard your attention. Answer to your older self. Distrust easy comfort, and win the ordinary day. Do that, and the quiet theft stops, and your time becomes yours again. Not more time. The same time, finally spent on a life you would actually choose. If this gave you even one jolt of clarity about your time, subscribing is how you say, make more. I make these for the man who refuses to look back one day and wonder where it all went. Spend your days deliberately, and you will never quietly waste your life again. I will see you in the next one.